am at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center, where a very important deal was just signed. And with me right now is the CEO of Majid Al Futtaim Holding, Alain Bejjani. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Right. So, sir, today a very important deal was signed, and you were obviously one party. Which was the second party of the deal?
It was a joint venture that we signed with Omran. And as you know, Omran is the executive arm of the Omani government to make happen and to implement projects in the tourism sector in general. And Omran has been in charge of Madinat Al Irfan, which is a landmark project in Muscat. They have already started some of it.
Right.
So you have already around 1.6 million square meters of it that has already been started, and now we are here in the convention center that is there, as well as some of the hotels that have been constructed, and they have others to come. And there is a big part of the project, around 5 million square meters, that are actually that are part of the project that we just joint ventured on.
Right.
This is a 50-50 joint venture between us and Omran,
Right.
and it's a joint venture to invest and develop in all of this 5 million square meters that will become the new city center or a modern urban fabric for Muscat.
Right. So what is this joint venture essentially going to bring to the people of Oman?
So what this joint venture will bring to the people of Muscat is actually a number of things. One, it's going to bring a modern lifestyle. It's going to bring a new modern urban fabric that meets the expectations and the demand of modern living.
Right.
It's going to bring new offices, it's going to bring new residential. It will have about 11,000 residential units. We're going to have something like 700,000 square meters of offices, around 100,000 square meters of retail space, and some also other type of development that actually is going to host a totally new lifestyle in Oman.
Right.
And we also wanted to actually be sustainable and inclusive. We want this is going to be a city that's going to be sustainable. It's going to be a city that will be a best in class in terms of sustainability practices.
All right.
Also, it's going to be inclusive because this is not a joint venture between Majid Al Futtaim and Omran that we want to be just for us. We want it to be a platform to open it for Omani youth, for Omani entrepreneurs, Omani businessmen, Omani investors, and also investors from every part of the world, if they would like to come and invest in the Omani economy. So what we are putting together here is actually bringing to life His Majesty Sultan Qaboos' vision for Madinat Al Irfan in partnership with Omran, with the expertise of the private sector, basically Majid Al Futtaim, that will bring development and management of this joint venture in order to make it best in class, create a new destination in Muscat that's going to be a big contribution, a cornerstone of local economy in terms of economic growth, job creation, and so on. And also create a destination that will be regional, not just a local destination for Muscat.
Right, that's a lot of details that we just got right here. But it's interesting that you mentioned the smaller enterprises, which is a great thing that you and Majid Al Futtaim and Omran are doing right now. But how is it that they will be benefited by this whole operation, and how are you planning to rope the SMEs in?
Yes. Well, you know, there is a number of opportunities that are going to be created by the sheer fact of this project coming together.
Absolutely.
Consultancies, different type of services related to contracting and construction, different type of services related to actually all the disciplines that you need in order to lead this type of project.
Right.
In addition to that, building material, contractors. You're talking about interior designers. You're talking about all type of amenities and all type of furniture and and this kind of thing, landscaping. We're talking about opportunities for existing companies that to actually have a vibrant office environment where they will be able not just to work but also to live there, to bring their families into a modern lifestyle, and also be able to continue to actually enjoy what is known to be something that people love in Oman, which is the great heritage, the cultural side of it, and so on and so forth.
Right.
All
so
of
you
these
mentioned
things,
that you didn't want people to go out. So
No.
are you trying to say that everything is going to be available within Madinat Al Irfan itself?
No, we didn't mean that we don't want people to go out. What we want to be Madinat Al Irfan to be an extension of the fabric, but a modern fabric.
Okay.
So when we say inclusive, what we mean actually open for other people to come and invest in it, to come and create their future in it, to come and live there. So it's not something that is made just for us to invest in it and to benefit from it only on our own. We want also to create opportunities for others. For example, we have done that with Al Moj. As you know, Majid Al Futtaim is a 50% owner, shareholder in Al Moj, with also Omran.
Yeah.
And this is a long-standing joint venture that has been there for now 13 years.
Right.
So in Al Moj, we developed some of it, but we also opened it for investment and development opportunities for others. So for example, the Kempinski Hotel that's today in Al Moj, this is an investment that's done not by Al Moj, but also by other investors that are Omanis, and there are others coming. So this is the approach that we have, is to kind of hook in whomever is interested in partaking in Oman's future and actually contributing to its sustainable growth.
Right, so Madinat Al Irfan will also be an integrated tourism complex.
So Madinat Al Irfan will have a status, okay, that will allow to actually be able to sell for non-Omanis and not just to GCC nationals.
Right.
Okay, and it will have present the opportunities that are needed for investment.
Right, this is great because recently we just did a news about foreigners and foreign investors being able to issue visas as well. So now this is kind of going to give expatriates autonomy, and it might also generate foreign direct investment for the country.
Absolutely.
Right, so is that the whole tourism aspect of it, where you're not just promoting leisure tourism, but also business tourism?
Yes, I think, and basically our aim is to make sure that you are developing a destination where people can actually build their businesses, anchor themselves as their families, and also become a tourist destination. We also want the tourists to be able to contribute more to the Omani economy by actually giving them the opportunity to do so with the offerings that a project like Madinat Al Irfan will bring that currently may not be as much available elsewhere.
Right, so it clearly is a massive project with a lot of ambitious little elements in it. So I would like to know what is the kind of investment that has gone into it?
So this is a project that will bring to the economy over than 5 billion Omani riyals.
Oh.
So you put it in context, we're talking about 13 to 14 billion US dollars.
Right.
That's a huge investment. I think this is one of the largest, if not the largest project that is happening in this type of, on the non-oil sector, I would say. And Majid Al Futtaim has always been the largest investor in Oman on the non-oil sectors.
Right.
So we are, as you know, we are in shopping malls, we are in grocery retail with Carrefour, in leisure entertainment with Vox Cinema and Magic Planet, we are in energy management and facilities management with Innova, we are in Al Moj. So we have been in Oman for 17 years, and we continue to be part of the economic fabric. We have created more than 42,000 jobs directly and indirectly. This project will create something like, tens of thousands of jobs directly and indirectly, something in the around of 100,000.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be a massive project.
This
it's a
is
massive
over a period
commitment.
of time?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a massive commitment, but this is something that basically we are very thrilled to be part of. We're very humbled to be able to bring to life this great vision into reality.
Right. So do you have an estimated completion date? Because obviously every PDM Shaw viewers as well are excited about this new project.
Well, I would say, look, this type of projects are long-term projects. So I do not expect this project to take less than 20 years.
Okay.
If you look at Al Moj Muscat, we've been in it now for 13 years. And these projects are typically phased in order to make sure that actually whatever you develop, you're developing it and also that meets the local demand.
Right.
So the more we progress, the more the delivery and the completion dates of the different phases will be announced. Okay, and the overall project I expect it to take not less than 20 years.
Right, and obviously we're in the 21st century and there's a lot of modernization and digitization happening. I would like to know, considering Madinat Al Irfan is a smart city and is a smart city project, what is the level of digitization we're going to see, and if you could give examples of it?
So, as you know, Madinat Al Irfan always wanted ambition to be a smart city. If you look at what Majid Al Futtaim does in our different projects, we always create a digital dimension that should equal, if not be greater than, or as prominent as our physical dimension. And that's going to come to life in Madinat Al Irfan as well.
Right.
So all digital services will be there, of course, in addition to making sure that how we can actually add and contribute to the lifestyle that we offer to the residents or the people that come in as visitors, by benefiting from all digital services that will be there and that will enrich life and also bring real solutions in order to make life effortless and seamless.
Right, just at the back of it, because again, Madinat Al Irfan or Majid Al Futtaim has a lot of malls, of course. Most of the prominent malls in Oman are run by Majid Al Futtaim. I would like to know how you see e-commerce. Is that a competition for you, or would you like to work hand in hand with e-commerce and online shopping outlets?
Well, look, we're fortunate to be basically the largest shopping mall developer and operator in the region, and one of the largest in the world. And of course, shopping malls are not just about buying stuff. They are about, and this is we always I always say shopping is different than buying, because you can buy in different way. You can buy online, offline, the way you want. Shopping is more experiential, and Majid Al Futtaim has always been about experiential and experiential economy. So what we are seeing, yes, there is a big trend coming in terms of online going up, and that is a good thing, because that is bringing better product, faster, better prices, more competition, and also linking the world to each of us as customers. I see shopping centers moving more into experience centers, where the offering will be more experience-based, and how people would like to shop is something that will be available to them, whether they can shop online in the mall or at home and pick up in the mall or elsewhere. Buying is not going to be ubiquitous. What's important is that we fuel our malls for them to become experience centers. If you look at the Mall of Oman that's now being developed in Muscat, that will open in 18 months' time, or more or less, that's going to have a fantastic experience. It's going to have a snow dome. It's going to have a shopping that's really a new lifestyle coming into, modern lifestyle shopping coming into Oman. It's going to create opportunities for international brands to come in, and it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for people to showcase what they have, and for us customers to be able to experience that. And I think this is the future of shopping malls. This is a place where people meet. This is a place where people live great experiences, and they can shop the way they can buy the way they would like to buy. It's not a problem.
Right, so our neighbors, Dubai, obviously are a luxury shopping destination, and that's what prominently attracts tourism and, of course, a lot of revenue for the country. Do you see Oman going or following that lane ever?
Look, Oman has its own identity, I think, and Dubai has its own identity. I think, and we see in the developed world, we have, if you look at Europe, there are great cities in Europe, and they all live together and they all grow, and there is growth opportunities coming elsewhere. If you look at our part of the world, the socioeconomics and the socio-demographics of our part of the world are actually very favorable. All of our nations here are very young nations. Most of the population, native population, is between 50 to 60% less than 25 years old. So actually, this part of the world is prone for growth. I think Oman and Muscat is a very culturally rich environment. It's an environment that has always been open for tourism. We've always been seeing, if you look at the number of tourists that are coming into Muscat last year compared to the year before, we have around 25% increase. So it is a different type of tourism that exists here. Shopping is one element, okay, the one activity that a tourist would do, but it doesn't have to be the same activity that you do in every city. So people will go to Dubai to shop, but may also come to Oman to enjoy some other activities that are specific, that only Oman can offer and only Muscat can offer. And that complementarity is actually what creates the richness of this part of the world. We should leverage on that, and we should make sure that actually a tourist coming do not have to choose between Dubai and Muscat or Oman, but actually could come either to Dubai and to Oman as well, and vice versa.
Right, that seems like a very good idea, and that seems like utopia, and hopefully it'll happen soon. But finally, just coming back to the topic of Madinat Al Irfan and the project that was signed, what is the kind of foreign direct investment you think that this project could generate for Oman?
Well, look, we are investors in this project. Okay, but this project will open its doors, its arms to other local and foreign investors if they would like to come in and partake into that. It is too early to say what it's going to bring. It's going to bring also a lot of expertise, also coming from the market here, but also building on what's here, bring from outside and improve the current offering that exists in the market. I think it's a bit early days to say how much to quantify it, but if you want to be realistic, we'll be able to do that in the coming few years.
Right. Thank you so much, Alain, for your time, and thank you for the valuable insights.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And good luck for this brilliant project. We're all hopefully looking forward to it.
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you for watching Times TV.